Hello class, I hope you are doing well. Today we continue with our lesson. The topic still being Trigonometry 1, our lesson 4. We want to see how do we use the three trigonometric ratios. Remember the three trigonometric ratios, we dealt with them in lesson 1. We want to see how will those ratios help us to get the length and the angles in a right angle triangle. So let's say, for example, you've been given, maybe you have a right angle triangle, then this angle is 30 degrees, and then maybe you have been given this side as 10 centimeters. You have, so this ABC triangle ABC. So you have been given this 30 degrees, then you have 10 centimeters, and you are asked to find the length of AC. Find the length of AC. Now, if we can look at this right angle triangle, and if we talk of the trigonometric ratio, given such a question, you want to see which trigonometric ratio will help you to find the length maybe that you've been asked. Remember the three trigonometric ratios, the mnemonic we used, the SOHCAHTOA. Now, we want to see, will the sine or the cos, the tangent help us in getting this particular side AC. Now we look at 30 degrees. 30 degrees with reference to 10 centimeters, we will say that 10 centimeters is opposite 30 degrees. So definitely, if we go back to this mnemonic, we can see that we have opposite here and we have opposite here. So we will tells us maybe we will use either the sine or the tangent. But again, we now look, how is AC related to 30 centimeter? You realize that AC is adjacent to 30 centimeters. Now, we will not use the sine because we don't have adjacent as part of this mnemonic. So definitely we are going to use tangent because we have opposite already given, opposite to that angle 30 degrees. And then the side in question, the length AC, the side in question is adjacent to that particular angle. So we will say tan 30 degrees, remember tan theta is equals to this opposite over adjacent. So in our case, tan 30 degrees will be equal to the opposite, which is 10 centimeters, then over AC. So AC is the adjacent side to 30 degrees. So if we can cross multiply, we'll have AC tan 30 degrees is equals to 10. So we divide by tan 30 degrees, divide by tan 30 degrees. So we'll say AC is equals to 10 over tan 30 degrees. Remember in our previous lesson 3, we dealt with how to get the tan, the sine, and the cos of angles from the mathematical table. So I expect that you will look it up for the tan of 30 from the table. You replace here, you should be able to get the length of AC in centimeters. Hope you will finish up with that. So basically, what is important when you're given such a question, and then maybe there is a particular side in question, you must try and sketch that particular triangle, or if it's already sketched for you, then you want to see how is the angle given and maybe a side given, how is it related to any of the three mnemonic. Now let's say, for example, if we are dealing with the same triangle, and maybe someone asks you to get the length of BC. If someone asks you to get the length of BC from this same triangle ABC, find BC. Now 10 centimeters is still opposite to this 30 degrees. So we will still either use the saw or the tower, because we have the opposite and we have the opposite. Now we want to see what is BC. Now BC, you realize it is the hypotenuse of this particular triangle ABC. Now if it is the hypotenuse, then now we will not use the tan, the tower, but we'll use the sine, because now we already have the opposite, and what we are being asked is the hypotenuse. So we will say that this now to find BC, sine theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 degrees, so the theta 30 degrees, you replace it with the theta. So sine 30 degrees will be equal to opposite, which is a 10. Then the hypotenuse, we don't know, that's what we are looking for. So BC. So BC will be equal to 10 over sine 30 degrees. So basically still you will still look it up for sine 30 degrees from the mathematical table. So whatever you get, 10 divided by whatever you get as sine 30 from the mathematical table, that will be the length of BC in centimeters. So that's the most important thing that you always have to remember. You have been given a question, try and see what will help you, either the saw or the car or the tow. If we can have maybe another example, we have example 2. So we have a triangle drawn here, x, y, z, x, y, z. Then you have, let's say you have 9 centimeters here. Then you have 70 degrees. Of 70 degrees there. Then part 1, find xy, and then part 2, you find yz. In finding xy, so xy, we look at this angle 70 degrees, and the side that we have already been given as 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters is opposite to this angle, so we either are at sine or we are at tangent. Then we look at what is in question. It is xy, and xy is adjacent to this. So we'll still we'll use the tow in that part 1. So we'll say tan 70 degrees is equals to the opposite, which is 9 centimeters over the adjacent xy. So we'll have xy is equals to 9 over tan 70 degrees. You finish that up by checking the tan of 70 degrees from the table. In part 2, you are required now to get this yz. So yz, we have the opposite and we have the hypotenuse, meaning we will still use the saw. So you will replace that sine 70 degrees is equals to the opposite which is 9 over the hypotenuse y z there. So yz will be 9 over sine 70 degrees. And now, if let's say, for example, if an angle had been given here, so just allow me use this. If an angle had been given here as, let's say, 50 degrees, it is adjacent, and maybe you want to find, you are being asked to get yz. So if we are finding yz, then this is adjacent, then the hypotenuse. So we will now make use of this, the cosine. So in this, if we want, let's say, yz, we'll say this is adjacent, then the hypotenuse. So we'll say cos 50 degrees is equals to the adjacent, which is 9 centimeters, over the hypotenuse, which is yz. Yz is equals to 9 over cos 50 degrees. Still, I expect now, having already learnt about getting the cos of an angle from the tables, I expect that you will check the cos of 50 degrees, then you get the length of yz. For your exercise, I want you to try this. Find the length of the sides given by the unknown. We have PQR, that is a right angle triangle. Let's say we have 40 degrees there. We have 11 centimeters. I want you to find x and y in this particular question. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. And next time, we will be looking at complementary angles. Thank you.